Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rebecca Reviews. Everyone loves ghost stories, and everyone loves Rip Torn. So you think the two of these things put together would be amazing, right? Wrong. What follows is the pilot episode from a series called Ghost Stories starring Rip Torn that I happened to dig up on a dollar store DVD. Mr. Torn is actually the narrator at the beginning and end of all the episodes, which are, how shall I say, bad. Like, bad. Really, really bad. Comedically bad. Amazingly... Well, I'll show you for yourself. First episode, Cold in the Grave.
Come with me to a place of wondrous contradictions.
The opening is such a ripoff of The Twilight Zone, I'm surprised that Rod Serling isn't suing. You know, if he was still alive. Also, the title of your show is Ghost Stories? Well, it's refreshing to see that you're not trying right off the bat. By the way, this was filmed in 1997, not 87. I know, I didn't believe it either.
Saturday night at the local tavern.
Enter our newly divorced Eric Duke, the protagonist for this episode.
A darker spirit still lurk within Eric. Spirits of seething anger. Pent-up rage waiting to explode.
For warning, you will see no seething anger, nor exploding rage.
Liberated woman. I'll drink to that.
I mean, even the actor sounds bored here. That's not a good sign. So, Eric's friends come by and feeds him a few lines of horrible expeditional dialogue before the Duke goes to pursue his quarry. Ooh, smoking on TV. She's not even the designated villain. Edgy. Well, somehow he managed to convince her to get into his van. I suspect candy was involved. Things quickly take a turn for the worse when Mina rebuffs his advances. Is this a subtle reference to the Mina from Dracula and the torrid love/undeath affair that encircles the plot of that book? Nah, but I've got to use my English degree somehow.
There's 3 refrigerators in my life.
Eric explains about his job. Mina finally senses something is wrong. What, drinking and driving in the rain with a strange man in a strange van somehow alarms you? Prude.
A college girl like you can learn a lot from a fridge.
Even you can learn something from a sloth.
Okay, elaborate.
Low maintenance, dependable, serves ice cold beer night and day. Let you take what you want with no complaints.
Sound awesome. I'm getting me a fridge wife today. So somehow, with all the drinking and driving fun, young Mina gets run over. Eric, apparently now sober enough to realize he's going to jail, puts her into a fridge and dumps her in a lake. Too bad she wasn't dead. You'd think he would have realized that earlier. That's what comes when convenient drunk/sober/alternately drunk syndrome will do to you. We see Eric at home surrounded by refrigerators like all appliance repairmen are, bemoaning another girl walking out on him.
I'm a reasonable guy. If she could just ask nicely, I would. I'll just let her go.
Apparently Eric likes his pleases with sugar on top. Remember that if you're ever in this situation.
It's cool. Everything's gonna be alright.
Before long, Eric hears Mina begging to be let out. Is it her ghost or the guilty conscience catching up with him? Well, so much for that question. And apparently she's also achieved insta-rot. Seriously, it's been 20 minutes! Milk stays fresh longer than that. The next day, we see Eric's back at work and apparently not looking too good.
Man, you are one sorry mess. You look like you've been hit by a truck.
What the hell are you talking about?
Very good question, Eric. He looks exactly the same as he looked at the bar.
Refrigerators in my life.
Thanks for sharing, buddy. While at work, Eric begins to hear Mina's voice again.
Let me out of here. I've been keeping.
That's good home cooking. I mean, really, she looked totally fine after the accident. There wasn't a speck of blood on her. Where the heck's all this coming from? At lunch, Eric tries to calm his nerves with a cigarette and some banter with a sassy black waitress from every 90s sitcom. They ask him to go look at their fridge, which is malfunctioning, and then comes the best line in the entire episode.
You don't understand. I can't help you back here, Bo.
Now that's a hot one. Everybody knows you're the Surgeon General of refrigerators.
Surgeon General of refrigerators. That just happened. Goes to look at it. You know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. So let's just see it. Look, there's your problem right there. You got a dead chick in the cooler. Let me get you alive from the shop. It'll be good as new. Upon arriving at home, Eric discovers that all 6 or 7 of his refrigerators are possessed by Mina. If this was a movie, those things would be shooting ice at him, throwing beer bottles, chasing him around the room, the works. But all we get is annoying voiceovers. Hooray for 90s era budgets! So his buddy stops by and gives us exposition that a whole month has passed since Eric came back to work. So he's been putting up with this torture for a month? He must have a pretty strong constitution to listen to that kind of mental stress. Also, the food in this fridge looks exactly the same as it did a month ago. Way to go, this guy must really be the Surgeon General of refrigerator repair if he can make him last that long. So, inexplicably free from the ghost, he heads back to the bar to score again.
I was, living like a hermit, cutting myself off from the 2 greatest joys life has to offer. Women and refrigerators.
So, he manages to find a girl who will come home with him. And if you can't see what's coming by now, you have my sympathy. How long have you been in your coma?
Jeez, your hands are cold again.
Refrigerator, perhaps?
You are officially too dumb to live, sir, and soon Darwinism will prove me right.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
I didn't rape anyone. What?
How long was it out?
It was Mina's ghost all along, and she trapped him in the fridge with her. Aren't you so incredibly shocked by this amazing Yeah, I saw it coming from a mile away, too. It's okay, it's almost over. But at least the actor finally perks up here.
Never treated you half as good. No woman ever will.
Oh, it's time to learn the day's lesson. And to find out what it is, we turn to the Wheel of Morality. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. Moral number 3. And the moral of today's story is...
It is said that a guilt-ridden conscience cries out for punishment, unleashing demons of the mind to pay for its sins.
Who exactly says that?
It is also said that those who die unjustly do not go gentle into the endless night, that their souls can only be stilled by exacting retribution from beyond the grave. Vengeance is a dish served cold.
That's where the budget went. This one mildly okay-looking shot. Totally worth it. That was the Ghost Stories episode Cold in the Grave. It was badly acted, badly written, badly budgeted, and just, well, frankly bad all around. And so predictable, a preschooler could have written the plot. But it did give us this.
Everybody knows you're the Surgeon General of refrigerators.
Ah, eases the pain. Anyway, till next time, I'm Rebecca, and I'm reviewing it.
You know he's not the kind of man who likes to see the world around him crumble to a ball around his feet. But he's always ready, he's always set, he's always well prepared. He's the most peculiar man you can ever meet. You know he's not the king of bedside men.
Everybody knows you're the Surgeon General of refrigerators.